Perfect. Now we got it. Yay.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh,
Look at you.
if you want a printed agenda, they're in the little plastic thing next to the door. Okay.
How are you doing?
Broken patella.
Broken patella. Very weird.
How long are you gonna have to wear that?
Through probably late September. You know, I've done 1 week today. As of today, 1 week. I'm
That's
like,
a whole leg thing.
I can do anything as long as I don't get any money. Oh, nobody else is coming.
Okay, this is us.
Christina and Bettina are both on vacation. But we're the core.
Good stuff.
Okay.
So, what we'll say is, okay, the meeting is called to order at
7:35.
7:35. We had some difficulty with the URL link, but here we are. Okay, so, when you do the minutes, don't you open a copy of the agenda?
So
yes.
what I did was before the meeting, I just went, and often Bettina already has it set up, where you just copy and paste the agenda onto a minutes page, and change the title to it. And so I'm working the minutes into the agenda.
Yeah, because then when you're typing the minutes, you just can follow the thing, stick the stuff in there. And then we'll review the minutes from the previous meeting, and then we vote on whether we approve of the minutes as is or with changes. And then that approved minutes has to go to the borough office like ASAP, like preferably tomorrow.
Okay.
So as soon as the meeting has happened.
So should we review the July minutes?
Yes.
And I have them up here. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right.
Yeah, Bettina really organized.
I know it's so great. I love
Really
it
good.
so much.
I looked at these prior to the meeting. I didn't see any errata.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Same here.
Okay.
That's two. Okay, so
Okay, so
I
then,
will move to accept the July minutes.
To approve, seconded.
that's right. So all in favor? Aye. So we have 3 ayes, 0 noes.
Kangaroo court, we've got.
The minutes are, well, we are a quorum.
Yeah, we're quorum. All right.
So I don't see anyone here visiting us today. If you are on the Zoom link, could you say something? Okay, so we have no public comment. There are no members of the public present. So I thought it would be helpful before we start talking about tree choices. I wanted to hear what you learned or what Jeff Lorenz had to suggest. Who was at that meeting?
I just sent out a kind of wacky minute notes.
Oh, you did?
I took minutes
Okay.
and then I lost my paper. And then I was away. So who was there was Carrie and Jeff, everybody but you, Bettina, Christina, and I.
Okay.
We met at Elm Grove Park.
Good.
And it was like an informational meeting for Jeff to share his expertise with us. And can we just tell you some of the
Yeah, because I think, will it be relevant when we're talking about which tree species we want to, whatever. Well,
yes.
Okay.
Well, also, and there is number 3. Oh, okay, so he's has an idea do you guys do this, Carrie? Is this okay?
That's fine.
Okay. He has an idea to have Narber become an arboretum, a class 1 or level 1 arboretum, and he's finding out information. And he gave us ArbNet to check out.
Okay.
But it seems like it could be very doable and real possibility that would offer a lot of potential for education and grant money and funding and collaboration.
Wow.
So there's that.
But what's do you focus on people's yards then? And
focus
just
on-
get funding to buy trees? Because I think the borough would not really want to support that.
we're in the very preliminary
Okay, there you
stages
go.
of understanding what that means. But we
Okay.
do have some very big old trees that are getting classified. There's a bald cypress tree on Montgomery Avenue that he said is like the second in Montgomery County and the 15th
Wow.
biggest one in the state. And so there are some trees of interest, but it has to do with the
Cool.
number of trees and access to the trees and accessibility and education. So there's a lot of brainstorming ideas,
Yeah,
different things to do with that.
great.
Also talked about collaborating with organizations like Fungi, the Narberth Garden Club, having
Yeah.
walk around
Well,
the
the
neighborhood with
Conservancy.
arborists.
Yeah.
To give information, the Lower Main Conservancy. We talked about putting information or a blast like each week, like tree tips and tidbits about that. He said that he could either help us get trees for future plantings, but would also definitely give us opinions about which trees
Great.
would be good. What else?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, thanks, Doug. We talked about the storm and the impact of the storm
Yeah.
and how this is a
Yeah.
regular part of going forward. That's life
Yeah.
now. And part of we might eventually want to move to is a tree fund by the borough to remove trees, but also add trees. That was a part of it.
Well, I mean, technically speaking,
Yes.
10,000, or I think this year was allocated 15,000 a year specifically for trees. And it is supposed to cover, like removal of dead trees. I don't think I mean, we used to use a little bit of it to buy the trees, but most of that is for what you're saying, but I don't know if it's actually done.
Also, he was also saying that there's languaging, like we to really be mindful of our languaging. And here's some things: rather than maintenance or care, that we use stewardship.
Ooh, I like
And
that.
that, like, some of the things is like we have these beautiful plains trees, and part of their stewardship is they need cabling.
Yeah,
And that we
they
could
do.
really keep our canopy going, but we're going to need like more careful stewardship than we have present now. And we really need we have an arborist that consults with us, but
Yeah.
we really like if we could have an arborist that
Yeah.
was like really knew each
Yeah.
of the tree, something like that. And then also like in our relationship with the infrastructure committee, that the trees are green infrastructure or living infrastructure. They're not just trees, because they really are a valuable part of like how we manage like heat and air conditioning, shade,
Yeah,
and water management,
Yeah.
and how sidewalk flow, just the whole flow. And it was just like some of that languaging words for me was like oh, that makes complete sense. And that was
That would be something to work towards, but in the meantime, the ARPANET accreditations to move towards.
cool.
And that just builds more credibility with the work that we're doing, and it shows the commitment that we're making, and it builds on what the Shade Tree Commission has been doing for years.
Yeah. Well, we also, I mean, we had that Tree City USA designation. We can get that again, but from the Arbor Day Foundation. It's not quite the same. I think it's not as intensive and focused as ARPANET. I'm going to check that out. Just to give credit to Jim Spear, as long as I've known him, which mostly was from this committee, he's always talked about trees as infrastructure. We must see trees as infrastructure. They're key to the public health of the people who live here. So I know it's been said, but I think one of the things that's going to be crucial is how we kind of involve neighbors, build build some support around this to then keep it moving. It's going to be more than trees. It's going to be, well, raising awareness. And I mean, we planted 480 trees since I've been on. So
Yeah.
we've done it, but it does take, I mean, Dawn will tell you, every single tree is conversation,
Yeah.
Where's the hole? I like it. I'm excited. Now, in the meantime, since we need to choose our species, did he say anything? Did Jeff have any recommendations regarding this coming fall? Or?
Not for this meeting.
No, but he will look over our list.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he's happy to look over our list.
Okay,
So-
good. Anything else to say about the meeting?
That was positive.
Yeah.
It's so
It was very
great.
positive. It was timely too, because, after the storm,
Yeah.
we all went to work and there is this fear of vilification of trees.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just too
I've
easy
heard
to
it
get
already.
rid of them, not enough to keep them and
Yeah.
to preserve and grow. So it was a good conversation. I'm glad that we were able to meet with Jeff. And then he wrote a response
Yeah,
this
yeah.
late afternoon,
Oh,
which
good.
was really helpful. So the conversation continues. I know he's on vacation now, so.
Oh, okay.
You're on that email.
Okay, great.
So it's there,
Okay.
it's there.
Okay, that's really exciting, you
Yeah.
guys. I can't tell you, it makes my heart bit of that. It really is so nice. Because we just need people, really. We can make things, we can affect change.
No, we can, and
But
one of
we
the
just
things
need
that
to
we
have
talked
enough
about was education and using our newsletters. And also we talked about having arborists, even like Jeff Cox and another person, like to walk through Narberth with people. Like, we're gonna walk through and talk about the trees. These are the trees that we have here. This
Yeah.
is our ecosystem. This is what those things do,
Yeah. It could be my son who works for Lower Marion Conservancy,
Hmm.
they have so much stuff to the schools, so, we can even do, because I know he's got connections with teachers in schools who do stuff with the Conservancy. Maybe we could have kids in Narberth who are in school do it as like a project to go on a tour, write down what they remembered.
It's also a great scout project too.
Yeah, that's
Whether it be
true.
Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts are now just scouting, but for the top awards, whether the men or the women, the Eagle Scout, of doing serious projects
Yeah,
that have to do with mapping our trees and taking like a tree audit
yeah,
or stewarding trees or, marrying a troop with a group of trees
yeah,
and say, you are the stewards of these trees.
yeah,
Something like that.
yeah.
All these great ways of having these webs of connection.
Yeah. Now, we did, now that was before, so I'm 10 years on the commission. And so it was completed before I started being on the commission. But what's the arboretum that's owned by Penn? Is that Taylor? No, Taylor. One of the big ones, Morris maybe.
Okay.
I forget. One of the big arboretums that's owned by the University of Pennsylvania. The borough paid them and they inventoried every single solitary tree, GPS inventory, every tree in Narberth. And,
When was that? It's fantastic.
well, let's see, I started on January 2017, so
Okay.
it might have been 2016.
Well,
It's in you could
it's
probably,
in there.
yeah. Sorry that I'm not remembering which
No, that-
arboretum, but you probably just search the word arboretum.
That's right.
But, since then, so much has changed. And I know that maybe, Dawn, you remember, I mean, we've just mentioned it in passing, if we really want to be serious about green infrastructure for Narberth, it is time to do another survey.
Yeah.
I don't think it cost a gazillion dollars, but, and it's
The way the
very
technology
useful.
is with that, I forget, there's
I
a
know,
name for
it's
mapping
probably-
technology, like
Mhm.
my
Yeah.
niece is mapping like turtle egg nests on beaches in Florida.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
like easy
Yes.
computers in
Yeah.
there for that kind of,
So it's changed
Mapping.
a lot in the 10 plus
Yeah,
years. Where to put that?
This is a little off topic, but not much. I finally walked Stoneway
Oh.
Oh, and so, yeah, it's fun, isn't it very?
Yeah, I've been on mine for 11 years. I work literally across the
Oh.
street. I've
Oh,
never been in there. It was
oh my
absurd.
gosh.
And I'm walking around. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it really is fun.
Yeah.
And the people who work there are great.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
really
if you
beautiful.
see someone like weeding in a garden or something, and you can come up with an excuse to start a conversation,
Yeah,
you'll learn like a million
it's
things.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I ended up going back and buying some native plants a couple of days.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah,
I was taking photos of some of the trees. I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I do too whenever I go there. Like what's near what.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I love Stoneleigh. You know, they're doing a production of HMS Pinafore. I think it's either the 14th or the 15th of August. So just right out in the garden, like on a stage, they're just gonna like, put
That's
on the
great.
grass
that's great.
and then just sing and dance around and
No, a year ago I was in Birmingham, England, and I was doing some research at the university. But right on the border is this old estate, just like the estates that we have here.
yeah.
And they turned it into basically the same thing, but they also had a place to have, very British, to have tea
Yeah.
and snacks. I spent a lot of time
I
in that
bet you
place. On
did.
weekends. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I love
And
Stoneleigh.
it was Beaux-Arts. It was influenced by the same movements
that's so
and the arts and crafts
interesting.
movements. Yeah. So,
That's interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else we want to say about Jeff? So he sent us a follow-up email and I'll
Yes.
read that in now. Okay, good. Anything else? Can we move on?
Yeah.
So fall planting, I sent everybody, the recommended species that Pennsylvania Horticultural Society is using for the people who were working with them. And even though we're not working with them on this, I thought it was really useful for us to maybe open. So if you go to the
Yeah.
regular drive,
I have it open right here.
I've got it. I spent some time on this today.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
wait, which folder is it?
It's the F-26 species offer table. Is that what you wanted to look at?
Tree replacement, tree care, species lists.
Species offer table is what I,
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I save it as? I don't know where I saved it. Days.
I ended up just downloading it to my.
Oh, I got it.
computer.
That's what I got. I just had to go through other things. Okay. So, yeah, I read through all of these. There's one that's not native. So,
And
you're pretty good.
which one is that?
Gourdinia grandiflora.
Okay. Because sometimes the non-native ones are like the ones that are
Yeah, they
good for
call
the
them.
climate that we're in.
Yeah.
So either they're coming south or they're going
Yeah.
north.
Right?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes it's still.
Yeah.
I was looking at, can we go in turn?
Yeah, let's talk because, yeah, you start first, Carrie,
Well,
because
I
I
was
had a couple
looking at
that.
the Sweet Bay Magnolia, also known as Magnolia virginiana.
Yeah.
And then I watched a little video on YouTube about it. And it was interesting because the guy who was giving the talk was in the Carolinas, but he's from Pennsylvania. So he was making the connections. The further south you go, the larger those magnolias grow, the Sweet Bay magnolias grow. The further north you get, the more they become more like a shrub. But here, they're considered a small tree. If you
Okay.
go south, they get bigger. I
Right.
thought that was really fascinating.
Yeah, that is. Okay, well, let's have that be one of our, wait, this is small, right? Right.
That's, I just,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just going with
Yeah,
small.
so let's pick one of those as small,
And, we planted a magnolia in my yard. It's been doing quite well. Fragrant
but you don't
flowers.
know which one though. Yeah.
In mild winters, okay? Whereas moist, acidic soils tolerate wet sites better than most magnolias, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
My question for us, because I don't know this, and you probably know it, what's our soil like in Marburg, generally speaking?
Well,
So,
they can vary from yard to yard,
Okay.
but, I mean, mine's very clayey. I don't know how it is when you're down. What's yours like, Dawn? Is yours very clayey?
It's very
like sticky and,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like a lot of big chunky stones in it.
Yeah,
It's not
so I
great.
mix
Like, we
mine with
fortified it,
stuff.
but it,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was just curious about that going forward. Mine is basically like that too. A lot of clay.
yeah. Okay, any others that you really liked?
Well, for the small, I'm very open, but that's the one that caught my fancy.
Okay, great. What about any of the mediums?
I love the Nissa Sylvatica.
Oh, black gum, yeah, they are beautiful.
Well, I thought those were great
Yeah, they're very beautiful.
as a medium-sized tree.
Okay,
They're up pyramidal to oval. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
And I was also looking for the kind of land, but this is also the tupelo tree, right? It's also known as the tupelo.
that's right.
And there's a lot of those here. I've got one in my yard, and it's doing really well.
Yeah, they're great.
Um,
Any big ones that you want to make sure are on the list? I have my figs, so.
How do we, well, these are real questions because I actually highlighted the most for the talls. I'd be curious to know your
The
opinion.
most for the what?
For the tall trees. Do you want to stay on the medium or you want to go to the tall trees?
Oh, I thought we each pick a favorite of small, medium, and tall.
Oh, okay.
We don't have to.
no, I wanted to hear all of the favorites and be like, you too.
Okay, let's keep going. Say everyone that you like.
Oh, well, I got a bunch of hackberry,
Yeah, I love hackberries.
the American sycamore.
We've done really well with sycamores. Those trees near the library have really like altered things. It's great.
How about the Quercus lirata, also known as the overcut oak?
I'm a big fan.
And the reason, one of the things I like
I love
is that
oaks.
it's climate resilient.
Yeah, I mean, oaks are the best of anything, and they're hard to sell. We really have difficulty. I mean, we still want to offer them, right? Don't
Right.
we? But it's amazing how few people take an oak tree.
Why is that?
People are afraid of breaking leaves. I mean, that's what they tell me when I ask them.
What about the bur oak or the American linden?
Well, I love the linden. I mean, if we could do one oak and one linden, but I don't think anyone would take them though. I love that.
But I think this is where we really have to do better with our messaging because, like,
Yeah.
anywhere that there's not over wires, it's like
You can plant
often a
anything
great
you want.
place for a tall tree. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
But in
okay.
my opinion, but
Right.
everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
And the only thing you really need is a lot of land, right? Those big ones require
Not really.
more space, no?
Well, I mean, an oak tree does, but like on my street, we've planted a ton of sycamores in the thingamajigger, or
Oh,
that
and
strip is called. Now you have to have sufficient. You have to know it's sufficient. That's why those trees fell over like this, and you could see the root because there wasn't sufficient. The roots weren't really anchored. But anyway, well, I just wanted to put in a bid for American persimmon because I have never ever planted it, as far as I know. Do you have a memory of planting that?
No, Tina does.
Oh, she's mentioned it. Okay, but tolerating drought and poor soils.
And that's large American.
Yeah, that's in the large.
Pear.
And then I always love the Kentucky coffee tree because that's also very tough. But again, people want to do it.
Okay, so there's a lot more large trees that we like. So we pick 3 of each one category, right?
Right.
Okay, so
decide 3 or 2. I think 3. 3 in each category.
okay, so for the large, hackberry, American sycamore, oak, American persimmon.
Yeah, so we have to cut them. Say them again.
The ones I wrote down, I think we discussed more, but I didn't write them down. Hackberry, American sycamore, evercup oak, and American persimmon. Do you think, like, species diversity, we should like cut hackberry this time because we planted
We have
hackberry.
planted a lot of blackberries.
So let's switch it up.
We'll
Yeah.
take hackberry off the list for this time. And then, but we need, for small, we only have sweet bay magnolia. Am I jumping the gun?
Oh, yeah, so what's our large? Our large is
Large,
cup oak.
Um, American sycamore, overcup oak, and American persimmon.
Okay. That sounds good to me. And again, we'll probably show it to Jeff and see what he thinks, right?
Yeah.
And also, this is gonna depend on, does the vendor have the tree? Sometimes vendors can't get a tree just because they've been used or whatever, you know, it's not always. Okay, so small,
Small. Mentioned sweet bay magnolia, was that the right? Is that the one you mentioned, or did you say the other?
No, it's the Magnolia virginiana, sweet bay magnolia. Yep.
Sweet bay, okay.
now that's the one that we need to replace the larger magnolias that we planted by mistake. So technically, the borough should pay for them, but I'm not gonna go there. So we definitely need to have 2 sweet bay magnolias at least.
Oh, at least 2, okay.
I thought the witch hazel sounded good, except it's used to being in an understory, so we want it to be near other trees.
Hmm.
So I just didn't know if that's risky. The other one that is for some reason, PHS Gold Medal Plant 1992.
It's a good year.
Oh, is that when you were born? My son was born in 93.
I like that I come off as so young too. That's when I graduated college. Okay, so
Green hawthorn, excellent
Yeah.
ornamental hawthorn, white flowers, orange red fruit, persists into winter, exfoliating bark, more disease resistant than many other hawthorns. I thought it sounded, why not? I mean, I like the idea, but
I'm gonna look it up.
ooh, I brought up pens.
The witch hazel.
I like the witch hazel. What was it that made me concerned?
Oh, it's an understory tree.
Oh, right. Am I being a little too cautious, do you think?
Oh, I'm not sure. I mean,
Sounds pretty
What's wrong
beautiful.
with it? Yeah, it sounds good.
Well, does
Yeah,
that
it's
mean
a
we have to
small
find a
tree.
place where it's gonna have something up
shade.
It's
I mean,
that needs to be? Although, you know, the redbud is technically an understory tree, as is service berry. And we plant a lot of those, just, you know, naked to the sun, so.
And it is more of a, I feel like the witch hazel, we have a witch hazel and it's only a few years old, but I feel like it's more of like
A shrub.
a shrub than a
side.
tree.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
it's just a thing. It
Yeah.
just needs to be in the right place.
I wonder if there's another species that's what we're used to looking at. Native understory tree, breaking yellow flowers. It's a shrub. They list it as a shrub.
Apple service.
Well, maybe we could save ourselves some trouble and just make that Magnolia virginiana one of our things.
Okay.
Okay.
And we know that we're going to add 2 to whatever number we give her. Let's have that be one of our smalls.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'd love to do the witch hazel, but if it's really just going to be a shrub.
Would that be something
Oh, green hawthorn we thought
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So sorry, I interrupted. you.
no, go ahead.
What did you start to say?
Could we signal to the person, the NARB, that this is an excellent choice for shade? Is that too much information to give them a hint, like a little asterisk and say, best in shade?
Yeah. As well.
So, yeah, just like little notes.
Can
Best in
tolerate
shade, you know,
Mhm.
it's part of what you're saying about,
Yeah.
education and whatnot,
Yeah, yeah.
you know? This is what this is best for. because I know a lot of people look at this and they go, I don't know anything about trees.
Yeah,
You know, so,
I like that idea. And look at this right here. We didn't even talk about this red buckeye.
Yeah, those are pretty.
Beautiful red spring flowers, loved by hummingbirds, best in moist filtering soil, sensitive to drought, poisonous if ingested. So should we do the red buckeye, the green hawthorn, and the sweet bay magnolia?
yeah,
Okay.
Red buckeye, green hawthorn. Okay.
yeah. And then we could add those notes that are here,
Yeah, exactly.
just
Yeah.
add them right there and then
I like
people
that
have
idea.
our educated consumers.
Okay, we don't want a red maple. I do love the yellow wood. You mentioned black gum, right?
Yes,
That was a great idea. And we talked about doing, wait, why did we say no to the American persimmon?
I don't think we did.
Oh. Oh, no, we already
We
chose,
chose,
we chose the bigs.
we didn't
So
choose,
wait.
we need to choose the mediums, right?
Okay, there's only a couple of names. Oh, we talked about the Jersey, Virginia pine. Remember last time we were talking about having an evergreen
Jersey pine.
and then the black gum
yeah.
and the yellow wood.
I love having an evergreen. It's,
American.
and I like the diversity of it.
Jersey.
So black gum, American yellow wood, and Jersey or Virginia pine. Okay. Almost all of our trees have the adjective that's a color in it. The color in the name year. Yeah, there's some great, Carrie, I don't know if you're on this or not.
Yeah.
But if you scroll to page, that's 4, I'm sure which
Yeah.
page it says. There's really great
Those
links.
hyperlinks, yeah.
Oh, look, there's tree species fact sheets, Dawn. Maybe we could just use those.
Yeah, that's the University of Florida.
Yeah. I talked too fast. Did you get what you needed?
Yeah, I did. Just, thanks.
So how
So
many we got?
We got
it's
9.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay, now, next is, I wanted to tell Carrie about this. In the STC files, try to see how we organized it, because it was these timelines, I made a timeline.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're in the page that's 2026 fall planting,
Yeah,
the fall 2026 timeline. So, yeah.
I just have to.
Okay, so this is for us to know the dates of things.
Right.
So now, blah, 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 blah. So promotion is supposed to begin this week.
Okay.
Deadline to hold at the end of September.
Great.
Dawn already edited the flyer, right?
Yeah, and I think people.
The order form is a problem.
Oh, Christina was gonna check with the borough about that.
Yeah.
So we can.
Because promoting without the order form being live, big deal.
Right. That has to be on before.
And Jeff sent an email today with somebody that ordered a tree.
Yeah.
So we have to
three
make
of
sure
those.
that people are ordering trees that we can get. So I think we already have like 3 orders.
Yeah, there are 3 orders in there,
Orders.
plus the 2 we have to replace. But I guess what I'm concerned is, how do we need to revise? I guess we should go to the borough website and see. Do you know how to? Is it, well, maybe I put here like tree order?
Yeah, let's see what comes up. Shade Tree Commission. But that's, click on that.
Yep.
Well, there definitely is a link to order a
Do you want me
tree.
to, well, to me, I don't know when Christina gets back. I know she said she was gonna,
Christina's back on the 8th, but I mean, that's like landing on the 8th.
yeah. Do you want me to
So,
stop into the borough office or email somebody and ask about updating the,
the link that's on,
the
even
list?
if they could tell us where it is. I don't know. Government departments, how about community? Could it be in there? Groups, shade tree request.
There you go.
Okay, so if you go into the tab, what was the tab called? Community, and then related pages, shade tree request. Okay, so now, here's the
Request
form. So wait, how does that,
Community.
community is the thing at the top, the
That's
header
what I
of that.
found it. Okay, oh,
So this request form, what do we need to change?
The types of species available and our notes on them.
Oh, yeah, that's all we have to change.
That's that.
So we just have to, and not even all of them. Yeah.
But what's the origin of this? Where do we access?
Already there on screen.
Great. But the question is, how do we,
Access to change it.
Oh, so this is,
you know what, Don, if you're willing to do this,
Yeah,
pursue this, I think you can just, because, Jeff Eldon sent us that order, but never just email him.
the Jeff Eldon, and then there's
Maggie Dobbs.
Maggie Dobbs.
But and you must, carbon Mike Samuelson,
Okay.
Michael Gaudini and Joe Stratton.
Galdini. Okay. Just right.
They're the infrastructure, great. And all we need to do is update the species available.
Update speech. Okay.
But, we have to look, Dawn, and see, oh yeah, look, you'll see, it says spring 2026 instead of fall.
Okay, and then
Just read through this resident property owner must commit to watering and caring for the new tree.
I like how thorough.
Okay, now, Carrie, this says, where do you want to plant a tree? And one says between the servant curve, it's in my yard. Do we need to distinguish that the borough does not?
No, I think that,
Maybe if the
let you finish answering,
Well,
asking your question. Sorry.
should we at the top say, proud to offer free trees, this year or this season, the Lower Merion Conservancy is paying for all the trees. No borough funding is being used. Because otherwise we'll get complaints about offering people to be able to have trees in the yard. How else do you think we should say it?
I think for this order form this is just my
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah,
right now.
no.
On this order form on this site, that we don't need to mention that because they can still check that they're planting. I just try to check the box planting it in my yard. And so it's still offering to be planted in their yard. But I think when we're promoting it and when we're giving out information, we should, we can say this is from the Lower American Conservancy and here's their information,
Yeah.
here's all the things, here's all of them. I mean, I think we should really promote them. This is part of the thing we did discuss with Jeff was like, you kept using the word umbrella, but
Yeah,
I think like really connecting with other organizations and like magnifying each other's messages. So I think we really have to promote them with.
oh, yeah, no, and the reason I brought it
don't
up,
think we should change anything here
okay.
in this. I don't know.
I only brought it up
You guys
because
speak your opinion.
the reason I brought it up is that right here, it offers to plant your tree in the yard. And I know that already there's been complaints of planting in someone's yard. So using taxpayer dollars to fund landscaping.
So
So we can say it here, because we're saying we're offering free trees. I
So
just think we need to be.
my understanding with talking with Maggie and my understanding is that we can still plant trees in the yards and in the curbs. The borough isn't going to be paying for the yard trees, but they're going to be helping us find funding through Bongi to plant. So we're still able to plant as the Narberth Shade Tree Commission. We can still plant in people's yards, but the borough isn't going to be paying for those trees.
Correct. But this time around,
Yeah.
in response to the borough's changes, like this is a new thing, them saying, oh, we'll pay for this trees and strip. And just imagine the administrative hassle that would be for us to, that far in advance, before getting funding secured. We know how many of our trees are going in yards and how many of our trees are going in the strip. I know it sounds simple to Maggie, but it is the case that we need a certain amount of time to encourage people to order trees. And if they order trees for the strip, I mean, I guess then we could get the borough to pay. But as of today, for the fall 2026, the borough is not paying for any plant matter. It's all only being paid for by the Conservancy. And there are people in Narberth who are very pissed off about the notion of the borough paying for trees that go in someone's yard. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
if we've got this little thing right here about, do you want this in your yard or the street? I think we should acknowledge the fact that none of these trees are being paid for in this particular case. I don't know.
Like a parenthetical sentence,
Yeah,
the end of the first paragraph.
Okay.
This year, due to the generosity of,
Okay. 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 Friends. Funding.
I could send you something if you want, Ben, so you're not sort of put in a position to.
You can send me wording that,
Yeah,
that you like.
yeah, because we've got to do all
Okay.
this other stuff. We're already doing
I don't mind doing it. It's all one thing. I just
Yeah.
want to.
So where's my notes for yourself? Though. Okay, draft. Okay. So that means that what happens to the timeline? Okay, so we want our promotion to begin, and we need the borough, we need to update the order form. Okay, and then the volunteer sign-up form we don't have to worry about right now because Bettina can do that later. That's sort of closer to the time. Don't you agree, Dawn?
Yeah.
Volunteer sign-up form. We will ask the tree recipients to help with tree planting. Yes. We discussed limiting a homeowner to 2 trees maximum for planting. I think that's reasonable. So I guess we have to put that on the order. John will look at old lists and collect old gator bags. I think you did that.
I have not. I've been walking around collecting them
Yeah,
when I'm
there's
walking
not
around,
many.
but I haven't like looked at old.
Yeah,
And there was like
many
one
of
like
them.
in their fence yard that was closed off. I'm like, do I break into the yard and eat
Yeah.
the gator bag or do I? Just
I
eat
don't
it?
think it's that.
But then
I
I'm
mean,
looking at it like, is it, like on the tree? I'm like, tree wants no gator bag.
well, I gave him
I
20.
could knock on their door and
I-
say, hey.
I gathered 24 bags
Oh.
and gave them to Public Works.
That's
So
good.
I don't think we have to be crazy. I mean, I could find 2 or 3 more, but 3 or 4, but it's not. 24 is a good amount to have. So,
Mine were disintegrating.
yeah, after time, sure.
Yeah.
But remember, most people don't ever fill them, so.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I always felt so good when I filled it.
I know, it's such a great thing. I know, me too.
I'm taking care of you.
I know.
I'm talking to my tree
I
right now.
know. I'm the
Hanging out.
same way. I talk
You
to my
really need me to fill you right now? That was good.
the same way. Okay, I talked to Rick. I got the 2 magnolias. I also asked Rick about the procedure for making PA1 calls. And we haven't had that conversation. So I think I'm going to ask him again because his girls are both big candidates. Isn't it funny in Margaret, the things you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do about that, but I really don't know enough about the system to even know.
I could figure it out. I mean, I think it's kind of like anybody, you just call the PA1 number and you say,
Oh, no, because we do batch. We do this batch thing. Rick figured it out, so. Maybe we can just do that. I think your way makes sense.
I don't know, we can ask him.
Yeah. Okay. So, so once we have the updated, then we need to resurrect our usual. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it in species in the thing. Where would that be in planting? You know, that thing where we always have like, okay, it's going to go in the burrow blast this day.
Oh,
There's going to be a separate flyer for this time. We're going to, remember?
Mhm.
I just don't know. Would that be 2025 fall?
Yeah, I think that's the timeline. Yeah.
No, the signs and the stuff. This is all of our promotional things. Remember when you created this flyer, or maybe Christina did it, with the fall 2025 tree species, and it's a picture of each one?
Yeah.
Carrie, that would interest you, because it's kind of like what you're talking about. Come on, open up. Why won't you open? You want to open? Hello? You- Hello? See how, did you make this, Dawn, or did Christina? With the picture and the description?
I think I did one of those.
Yeah.
We were using it for
Yeah.
like our Instagram, like I would put it like a
Yeah.
picture of the tree
Yep.
and information about it.
So, and then
There it
the
is.
But
description.
some of them I didn't make, some of them came from,
Oh,
maybe I did make
I
it.
think,
don't know.
well, I guess,
I know I did some copying and
okay,
pasting.
let's think of what we have to do before Christina and Bettina get back.
And,
Well, I guess, I mean, I'm trying to find something for Carrie that will help you like learn something. Because I'm wondering, do you want to go through this section and then be the one who writes to all of us, okay, everybody, we need, let's say when we put them in?
I think where we
Oh.
sent out a burrow blast, we should make sure that we have the burrow, the order form updated. So I think talking
Right,
to the
that's
burrow,
first.
I'll do this week.
Yeah.
And whatever.
So you're saying, I'm just looking because the materials that I am looking at here, it's like, you know, here's Burrow Blast.
Mhm.
How many did we do? Here's another one with a date on it. Here's something about
Mhm.
something. So I was thinking,
Yep.
just as a thing for Carrie is getting to know what we do.
Yeah.
He could sort through all of these and say, okay, well,
This is the timeline. We need to do this by this time.
and then
This
look
time.
through and see, because some are going to have to be really updated. Our 15th is planning day.
Right.
Yeah. So why don't you, if
Okay.
you
I'll
could,
do
that'd be good. Okay. So Carrie will take responsibility for sorting through the stuff from the fall 2025 planting, see what we need, and then we need to start getting stuff out. And as Dawn said, we definitely need to wait until the order form is through. But Carrie can at least start
Putting stuff together.
sifting
some
through
dates,
it.
yeah.
We need an updated version of this, we need an updated version of that. And remember that we had, kind of in the draft timeline, we had used September 30th as the deadline for someone to order a tree. So we have to go back from September 30th and think, by that time, I mean, maybe we have to make it October 15th or something, but, you know, because if you think about it backwards, what's the action? Someone orders a tree.
Right. Sort of like
So-
a flow chart of everything that needs to be
Yeah. Like we have to have the borough brass, the borough does this thing, you'll see it in there. They will send it as just one document to the mailing list of the borough blast, which is great. We got a lot of people from that.
Yeah.
That was like our most effective thing last year. Or,
Yeah, and then there's like, we put out the sandwich, we asked Jeff to put out
Oh,
the
right.
sandwich boards.
how come that's not on the team? Sorry.
I think there's a timeline I just haven't found. Just multiple times.
Okay. Yeah, this timeline does not look very comprehensive to me. Maybe again, I need to look at the 2025 timeline.
So-
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Here's timeline for fall 2025.
Like you,
Oh, good, okay.
It's all there. We just need
Oh,
to go.
good. Okay. Okay,
This is what you're talking about, just
Yep.
an updated version.
yep.
So it's called Fall 2025 Plan.
And we look at it based on November 14th is planting day. And I mean, maybe we should have not September 30th, as you have to tell us if you're going to trade. Do you think that's unrealistic? I mean, October something could be a month ahead.
Let's see, so I'll look at my calendar.
what folder is on?
2025 tree fall planting. Which section are you in of the?
I'm in just in the Shade Tree Commission files.
Okay, so if you look for plantings,
Or planting day?
yeah, planting days.
It so happens that September 14th is a Monday.
Wait, I thought we were talking about slipping back to October.
Oh, or, I'm sorry. So, I'm sorry, October. I'm trying to just think about
October
one
15th,
month before,
October 15th is a Thursday.
yeah, and October 16th is a Friday, and we do want to do a Friday,
Yeah.
that Friday.
Good.
So
Okay, good.
I'll write that down. Deadline to order tree.
October 16th. And then our Shade Tree Commission meeting is just a week before that.
Okay.
So that's good because at that meeting, we can say, okay, what do we have so far? How does it stack up?
Yep. Great.
Okay, good. Great. Okay. Let me just see what my other stuff is here. Okay. So I looked up the people we have already heard from and the holdovers from the delayed spring planting. So I guess I should make that its own Google sheet. I mean, is that the best?
I think it's good if you're making a sheet like the name, the address, the number of trees.
Well, aren't we going to make it look like the other ones?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
All right, so you're just gonna, okay.
Now, where's that? We should look at that because list for sign distribution, hole digging. Hole digging is its own thing that you keep separate, right?
Usually, and sometimes like with Rick's, like PA1 call list, I will-
right.
I'll just print it out and give myself a little column, check for holes, because PA1 calls come from multiple, sometimes there's like multiple boxes.
Now, here's
Multiple
tree
util-
orders tree orders and planting teams. Wow. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that means that we have to have this. You need the sheet for PA1 calls and holes because they're linked. She can't dig her holes until the PA1 calls have been in and approved.
Okay.
Then the volunteer list, Bettina has done a really great job with this, and it has to be its own thing.
Standalone.
Has to be a standalone sheet because she's doing all this other stuff, trying to. She wants to have someone who's planted a number of times,
Okay.
you know.
So she creates teams that
She
have
creates-
parity and
Yeah, and then
experience.
and sometimes based on like where they live, you know, because they might be able to plant in their neighbor's tree or something. Okay, then what was the other thing we were just saying? Oh, the signs. Well, the signs, the holes, and the PA1 call could be one, right?
Yeah.
Is that how we did it before? Tree orders and fall species. Norbert fall. Okay, you know what? I shouldn't belabor this, Carrie, because you're going to go to the trouble to read these.
Yeah.
So I think we need to get really clear about how many sheets it is, because that makes it easier in the future to say, oh, this is what we planned at that time.
Is that good?
I think it's really important as Carrie's looking through to say to yourself, oh, okay, is this more sheets than we need? Or this has to be discrete, you know, volunteers need to be discrete from that.
Okay, yeah,
Even though the core information is, a lot of it's based on the same list,
gotcha, yeah.
which is where people have asked for trims.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess we can make the spreadsheet go across like 150 rows.
Yeah.
Okay, I just don't want to use dumb thinking to organize this, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm looking through this list and a lot makes sense, like, you know, the just tree distribution list is different than the whole, you know.
Yeah,
It
because
makes
it is
sense,
that.
and I think the time you could just like
Yeah,
put the planting data in and back it all up.
yeah. And then the sign thing I did, because I was taking all the signs around,
Mhm.
so I think I just copied the response, I probably shouldn't, probably should be. So, oh, that could be a column. Okay, so, but we're gonna work on this now, though. I guess the thing that concerns me is, we don't really have a timeline for our timeline between now and our next meeting, but
So we meet again in September, so we could just like,
we want to get some stuff out before,
Our
but
next,
maybe not, I don't know.
when's our next meeting?
September 4th, I think is the date. Maybe not, maybe it's a month is
think-
fine.
I think the things that we have to do, like we,
Oh, no, it's the 1st of September. Oh, wow, Labor Day isn't until the 7th this year.
Yeah. So the first time.
Wow.
so
Okay.
I think, like, I'm gonna see about getting the
Form fix.
form fix. Carrie's gonna update the timeline. I'm
Yeah.
gonna start distributing those flyers that you approved with the leaf prints. I'm just gonna write a little list if I get down the street and tell everybody who,
Yeah,
you know, I write down the addresses that I do it, but I'm just gonna, any tree that you needs the art, I'll start doing that. And then I think by September, then we could start social media things first, but I
That's
think
true.
the Borough Blast,
the Borough Blast and stuff can start in September.
we can do all that.
I think that's fine. That's 6 weeks from when we start removing it.
In the meantime, you can put on Facebook, get ready,
Yes,
you know?
Now, one thing, I'm sorry if we talked about this, Dawn, this is, you know. Do you know how to just take the URL and make it a QR code? It takes like 2 seconds. You just do it in your, just Google it.
No. So what do I,
It's really simple. Well, I was thinking if you're going to hand people something that's printed,
okay,
it's always better to have a QR code.
Isn't there a QR code?
Is there a QR code
Oh,
on
you
it
know,
already?
is it?
I can't remember. It's just because otherwise people are like, wait, I'm
No,
gonna read
it's
this
not on
URL.
there.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like a tiny URL.
So I used to do this, I mean, I think it's still as easy as it used to be, but anyway, make QR code. Yeah,
So put that.
it's just this QR, you just Google it, it's QR code generator.
Okay.
And I used to use these for work a lot. And you just like copy the URL, paste it into this thingamajigger, and then you have QR code. And then
I'll put that on the flyer.
yeah, because then when it's printed, someone can just zap it with their phone instead of being like, www. I mean, I wonder if, I mean, it could be that the borough would let us put the QR code in places, but maybe we'll push that up. But we probably should use it on the other promotional things. Well, keep that in your head, Carrie, as you're sort of reviewing it with fresh eyes, like you haven't seen this stuff before.
Yeah.
Things will pop into your head like, oh, wait, we should really have yada yada. Great to have fresh eyes. Well, guys, so I guess we're just gonna like check in with each other as the conscious.
Yeah, I mean, what I can do is, give me a couple of weeks, because I'm gonna be out of town. So,
Yeah.
I'll spend time with this, and then I'll put it out on the Google Drive.
Yeah.
Right, so
And just
everyone
let
can
us
take a
know.
look at it,
Yeah,
and we can change it as we go, so we don't need to wait
yeah,
to our next meeting to have that as an active document. That's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
How
okay,
about that?
that's good.
Okay.
And then, Christina can jump in on that flyer that we looked at that you guys did last time with the picture of the actual things.
yeah.
And then Bettina, but again later, can do the volunteer stuff. I'm not worried that much about volunteer stuff. Tree City USA, I got the information. I think Christina said she would, so I've got to nudge her when she gets back about that. She said she would just take care of all the forms and stuff.
Chris,
Then the infrastructure committee last week,
Yeah,
they want the Shade Tree Commission to continue, they are creating a tree policy. The infrastructure meeting is writing, the infrastructure committee is writing a tree policy. And I asked if we could have input on that. They said sure. So I offered to just look around at other municipalities. So I told them I would do that before the next meeting, but I just want to let you guys know that they have assigned us that.
okay.
And then the downtown tree plan, I never heard back about that map.
Okay, that reminds me of a question. Sorry, I'm doing two things.
Yeah, you know, don't ever do two things at once, it doesn't work.
Okay. So decided that after our meetings, we would send either like an email blurb to the infrastructure meeting, or
Yes.
somebody would go attend it with some
Yes.
bullet points. So I was thinking that we could send an email to them saying that we are requesting updates for the form and that we are looking into, continuing Shade Tree USA status.
Mhm.
And,
And we are checking that the 9 species we would like to choose are going to be available.
um, there's another thing that I talked about.
Each household is limited to 2 trees.
Oh, okay. And ask for the tree map.
Yeah,
Okay.
downtown tree map.
Sure, on this committee with all these old ladies who have hot memories working. I can only speak for myself, but I'm the thoughts like there and it's gone. And
Well, that's
back,
because
and I'm
you're
like,
doing your meeting
Yeah, you're doing
minutes.
two
Like
things.
that's, if
Two
you were
things at
just
once.
doing the meeting minutes, your brain would be fine. And if you were just writing down, like, your crowd stuff we're gonna do, you'd be fine.
Okay,
But
so
doing both doesn't work.
I,
So you're perfectly fine.
how about I draft an email for the infrastructure committee and I'll send it to you all.
Perfect.
And then you can tell me and then I can send it to them before their meeting, which is like in 2 weeks or something, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And Michael Gaudini reached out to me the other day and said that he would give me a heads up when they're working on the agenda for the infrastructure commission committee meeting. Because he wants to be sure that whatever we're talking about is considered when we're talking about there.
I think that they need to use that languaging that.
Yeah, I agree.
Languaging.
I agree. Okay, are we on our last thing? Yes, we are. Perfect. Is there any other business? Oh, I wanted to ask you, and I think it doesn't matter, and I guess I should just ask the borough, but when do you think I should just sort of formally say I won't be renewing at the end of my term? Because we could start, give us a little time to start, or maybe, I don't know if they'll post it before the position is vacant, but we could at least start telling you, oh, so maybe we shouldn't do anything that's official, we should just do like casually.
Yeah, I mean, how could we use all the advertising that we're gonna do for this planting and also the same advertising?
Yeah.
We have an opening. Because you're gonna have eyes on it.
No,
What do you think?
I think that we might get a lot, I don't know.
Do you want me to,
Well, finish your idea.
Well, in the past, we've gotten, when we did a broader thing like that, then maybe I shouldn't say that because the position you just got is, that was publicized. Yeah, I was gonna say, we have in the past gotten, applications from people who really are just not, it's not something that could work for them. No, but I don't think we should be concerned about that. I think that's,
When are you stepping off?
well, my term ends December 31st, so I guess my last meeting would be the December one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, although I guess I served till the end. You know, like there's work that needs to be done. Oh yeah, of course. You kidding me? No, definitely. Especially if it's ArtNet, maybe I could take a role, you know, as a non-member.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, I don't think that's that big a deal. I mean, I think most people know because I've sort of mentioned it in passing. I didn't have to do like a big formal thing. I mean, some people have just like gone off the door. So,
Right. Stop showing up. I'm
exactly.
done. I'm not very sentimental.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, good. Anything else?
Is that it?
Other business? Okay, do I hear a motion to end the meeting?
Move to end the meeting.
Second? All in favor? Yes. The meeting is adjourned at 8:43 p.m. Dawn, I feel like you've got a million things to